It's been the home of the Chiefs since 1972. GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Here's the veteran Will Lutz to get us going. And off we go here at Arrowhead. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Now the former rushing champ, it's Kareem Hunt. And this will be a short pickup to about the 30. John Franklin Myers there on the stop. Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. Open man is Hopkins. And he'll be stopped short of the first down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mahomes. Got a man over the middle, it's Worthy.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
That's caught. Travis Kelce. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is first down.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Here's a run with Hunt. And a good run there. Gonna get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Now, Mahomes. A quick slant that is caught by Kelce. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Gray is the motion man here. Mahomes looking to throw on 2nd down. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Play 10 of this opening drive. And here's 3rd down. To the air once more, it's Mahomes. And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line.
Well, this is how you dream up the opening script. You get the ball first, and you want to go down and set the tone for the rest of the game. Well, it looks like the coaches did a great job when they built that script during the week. With that big-time throw, they got a shot now with 1st and goal to end this opening drive with a touchdown.
A run on 1st and goal. Oh, making guys miss. see. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field makes it a for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. On the return, here's Mims. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. A first carry for the former Tar Heel, Javonte Williams. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's second down. They'll go again with Williams. He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Third and long. Nix from the gun on third down. And that is incomplete.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
This is taken at his own 30. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. Now, a carry for Hunt. He'll work forward to the 40-yard line. The linebacker, Jonathan Cooper, on the tackle. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. Second and 7. To throw is Mahomes. Open man downfield, it is Hopkins. And he will score. DeAndre Hopkins. Touchdown, Chiefs. And Butker on for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Chiefs move out on top, 14-0. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Here's Tremon Smith on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Nix now on 1st and 10. And that is incomplete, but now a penalty flag comes in late. He might have been caught with his hands in the cookie jar. Nix now to throw it here on 1st down. And that ball incomplete. Cortland Sutton, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
And he has got this one all the way down to the 2-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And After that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
So the big play gets them down close, and now it's 1st and goal. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
Goes without saying, Mike, you have to be smart with the ball, especially down here in the red zone. You're already in scoring position. And I understand they're trying to come away with a touchdown, but at the very least, come away with 3. Worst case scenario is you turn the ball over and you come away with nothing.
Good blocking, and he's in. Bo Nix. Touchdown, Broncos.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. This taken at the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. 1st and 10. They put Kelsey in motion. On the ground, this is Hunt. And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
They put Kelsey in motion. Mahomes now on 2nd down. That is caught. It is Hopkins. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. Here's Mahomes. Got a man. It's Kelsey. Complete. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down.
Well, nothing real fancy here, Mike. Not a huge pickup, but anytime on 3rd down, you got to know where the sticks are, who's your most reliable player, and I think everybody in this booth knows exactly what position that is.
On 1st and 10, it's Mahomes. To the outside, catch made by Worthy. They get 10 yards on the hook up there. 1st down, KC.
Really nice play there by Xavier Worthy, and if I'm a defensive coordinator around the league and I'm thinking to myself, Mike, how do I stop this Chiefs offense? How do I stop Mahomes and Kelsey? Well, they just add a wide receiver that has the fastest 40-yard dash time in the history of the NFL Combine. I mean, the ability to take the top off, the ability to make those secondary players play that much deeper and open up everything else underneath. When he gets up and running and he really finds his groove in this league, this scary offense just got a little bit scarier. A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
This caught right side by Worthy. Third and a yard. Mahomes now to throw again. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Right back to the air for Mahomes. That's into the hands of Worthy. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Throwing again, it's Mahomes. And the rush gets there. He'll be tracked down.
It's so easy to underestimate the speed of this quarterback until you get on the field. They break down your pursuit angles so quickly because of that speed, so give credit to the defense. They understand it's a collective effort to contain this guy, and this time, defense wins and brings him down for a sack.
To the outside, catch made by Hopkins. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker, and that is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Nix. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a 1st down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the 1st down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
One quarter in the books. 14-7 is our score. We'll be back in Kansas City after this. So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. He's got his receiver. It's Cortland Sutton. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
So many of these young rookie quarterbacks, they come into difficult situations. We see it year in and year out. They don't have a lot of veteran pieces around them. Maybe their weapons aren't great, but I don't think that's the case for Bo Nix.
On 1st down, here's Nix to throw. He's got it to tight end, Adam Troutman.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. To throw is Nix. Here's a screen set up to Williams. And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. They get 22 yards there. Good for a Denver 1st down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
He's got his man. He finds Sutton. And they're going to have enough to convert here. And it sets up 1st and goal.
What an impressive drive this has really been, and it's a combination of big plays and third down conversions. Now after that last third down pickup, it's 1st and goal. They got a chance to finish this really impressive drive and come away with 6.
And that is not going to work out as planned. Maybe a tough spot to try to run a play like that. Either way, it's blown up back behind the line of scrimmage. Going in the wrong direction. Now 2nd and goal from the 12. On the bootleg, it's Nix. He runs with it, and he'll be taken down just shy of the 10.
You know, Mike, nice job here by the quarterback just understanding on these early downs, you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack.
Good drive now faces a tough conversion. It is 3rd and long. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete. He was looking for Marvin Mims there, and it'll be 4th and goal coming up.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
Lutz's kick is good. And the Broncos are back within 4 at 14-10.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. That is caught down the field. It's Worthy. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession's going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
They put Kelsey in motion. On 1st down, it's Mahomes. That's into the hands of Worthy once again. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And he'll get the 1st down there, a pickup of about 5 yards.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
1st down throw, Mahomes. He's going to run it.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
2nd down and 8. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. To the sideline, caught by Worthy.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
Now a 3rd and 2. Throwing from the gun, here's Patrick. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Xavier Worthy there. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Butker's kick is good. And the Chiefs will open up a touchdown lead. It's now 17-10. After the made field goal, Butker back on the field to send this one away. On the return, here's Mims. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. A first down throw for Nix. They'll look to set up the screen here. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
On the carry, it's Williams. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
Here's a 3rd and 10. Back to throw is Nix. Trying to set up the screen, but it is not there. He just had to spike it. It's incomplete, and it'll bring up 4th down.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll get about 5. They put Kelce in motion. Looking for his tight end on the corner route. He's got it. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
Nice job there by Kelce moving the chains. And to think he's in his 12th season, Mike, and he's able to continue to produce at such a high level, you can make an argument he's one of the most popular guys in the entire league, and he's still one of the best players regardless of position.
And he's not going to get away. They'll knock him back to his own territory. They get him on the other side of midfield.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss.
That is caught. It is Hopkins. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
They put Kelce in motion. On 3rd and 1, here's Mahomes. That's complete. He got it to Hopkins. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
When you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target, picks up a first down.
A nice nimble run as he manages to pick up 3. On second down, Mahomes. And he cannot get away. Brought down. And that sack will bring us to the 2-minute warning.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Third and long for Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Travis Kelce, the intended target. And it's going to lead to fourth down.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
Butker's kick is good. And the Chiefs going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half. After the made field goal, Butker back on the field to send this one away. Here's Smith to return it. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. Nix, how to throw it here on first down. That's going to be caught. It's Marvin Mims. The Broncos offense ready to take over once again. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. Throwing, Nix. He's going to tuck it and go. They'll have a first down. It's a gain of 28.
There was a lot of questions surrounding this quarterback about whether his style of play from college would transfer to the NFL game. Well, his ability to create with his legs certainly has here today. We see it with his ability to escape pressure out of the pocket, and he's able to pick up the first down.
Nix now on 1st and 10. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. Now a timeout, Denver. That's their second. And the stoppage comes with 23 seconds left on the first half clock. Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. Throwing is Nix. He pulls it in around the 5. And he will get into the end zone. Marvin Mims. Touchdown, Denver.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Very little time remaining in this first half as this kick is away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. The Chiefs offense going to get it. They put he in motion. Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on first down. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. Second and a yard. They put Kelce in motion. Mahomes now on second down. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Harrison Butker on now for the field goal. The spot is at their own 49, making this a 61-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. So we've reached halftime here in Arrowhead with the Chiefs on top. As we'll get you down to Orlando now. That's where the coach is, Jonathan Coachman, and our EA Sports halftime report. Here's Smith to return it. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Look to hit him with the jet sweep here to begin this drive. And that one's going to be shut down quickly. A minimal gain. They'll come up on a second down and 8. From the shotgun, here's Nix. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
On first down, here's Nix to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
They'll come up now for second down and 4. They'll go play action with Nix. And he's not going to get away. They track him down.
You can tell the quarterback has built a lot of confidence in his ability to make plays today with his feet. The defense has had a hard time keeping him in check, and this time, much better job in pursuit. Even though he was able to get outside the pocket, they were able to chase him down and bring him down for a sack.
Nix from the gun on third down. And that is incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
And the Broncos bring out their punter. They'll kick it away. A fair catch signal and taken at about the 18-yard line. A first down throw for Mahomes. Now they'll set up the screen for Hunt. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a first down.
I like the call. Using the screen as a drive starter to pick up a chunk play and get this offense into some rhythm. It's clear this offensive play caller anticipated the rush of the defense, and he was able to use it against them.
Hopkins sent in motion. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line. Set to go now on first and 10. Handoff here, up the middle. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here they got the lead. We're in the second half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the second half and close this game out?
They'll stay on the ground. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
Mahomes on first down. Into the hands of Juju. Now they are in business. Inside the 15-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
This has been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone, and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with 1st and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
Here's a run, and he will dive into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finished it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. On the return, here's Mims. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. Left side, that's complete, it's Sutton. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Here's Nix to throw. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game. Just one more thing for the defense to have to defend. Make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone. Defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing that.
It's another run here for Williams. And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up 3rd down. He'll try to run for it with Williams. And he gets it to midfield, and he gets the 1st down. Good run. The drive continues.
In real time from up here, Mike, I couldn't tell whether or not he got it at first glance, but I think after seeing the replays we have up here, it looked like he and his blockers got just enough, and they're going to be able to keep this drive alive.
On 1st down, right back to Williams. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
All the qualities that make a good safety are seen on display on this play. Speed, pursuit, and then the intensity and the strength at the point of contact for the tackle to keep this ball carrier to no gain. That is a complete safety play.
He'll He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. He'll try and get there on the ground. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a first down.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the first down.
He'll find his tight end, that's Troutman, and that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. And he'll be close to a first down, a gain of a couple as they mark him just short. Looking for a third down conversion on this drive, and they only need a foot. Play action now. It's Nix. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Really nice start for this defense here early through the first quarter. Two different players each recording a sack. Offensive line's going to have to get together on the sideline with their coach and identify where's the weakness in our protection. How can we get extra bodies and extra attention? Because we still got a long way to go in this one.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Broncos are able to get it back within a score.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
But dangerous Mecole Hardman on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Here's a run with Hunt. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
Mahomes now to throw on second down. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete. Travis Kelce, the intended target. And it's going to bring up a third down.
And up until this point, this has been an incredibly efficient game from this quarterback. I mean, it's hard to think. Here we are in the second half, and that's only his second incomplete pass. So finally, the defense is able to do something to disrupt his timing and finally try to get him out of this groove.
There's that man again, another catch. And he's very close to a first down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the first down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on fourth down.
And he'll get a few yards on this return up past the 15-yard line. Off the play fake, here's Nix. That is brought in downfield by Sutton. An ideal beginning to this drive. 24 on the first play.
They call this the alley. So it's the area between the hash marks and the numbers, and depending on what defense they're in, there is a lot of space to be had down those seams. So if this defense doesn't make a couple of adjustments, I wouldn't expect this offense to target any other place on this field.
Here's 1st and 10. They'll stick to the ground. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. Back to throw is Nix. This one to the tight end, Troutman. And he's going to be run out after a gain of about 6, but that'll be good enough for a 1st down.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the 1st down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the 1st down.
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Finds an alley to the 35. And he's going to be taken down at about the 30.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up. I dare you to try to stop us. And right now, this defense has no answers.
Now, faking the give.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
On 2nd down, it's Nix. Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this is one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He's got it at about the 8. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they're going to mark him inside the 10-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
2nd down, Nix. That is caught, and he's close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him short, put him down at the 1.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the...
A dive, and he's in! Javonte Williams. Touchdown, Broncos. A huge touchdown there in the 4th quarter, and now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? They're an extra point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves a ball game.
The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the 4th quarter. All even. 4th quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
At this stage of the game, one play could be the difference between winning and losing, and That dangerous throw is just a little risky for my liking. I understand the notion of trying to make a play and being aggressive, but one turnover here, and this game could be over.
They put Kelsey in motion. Mahomes looking to throw on second down. The left side into the hands of Hopkins. Wow, an important one coming here. Tie game, late, and this is third down. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. Taking off, he'll try to get there. You can't beat a running quarterback. Gain of 16 and a first down.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on third down. Starts out as a pass. Nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner. Picks up the first down.
Throw left side is taken in by the tight end, Kelsey. That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another first down.
You want to be a star in the NFL, Mike? These are the high-pressure moments that you can't shy away from. The greats, they embrace it. Tie ball game, fourth quarter. The game is on the line. Everyone in the stadium knows where that ball is going, and I can't blame them.
He's going to let this one go for Worthy. And he's in. Xavier Worthy. Touchdown, KC. Greg, every touchdown counts the same, but the ones you get in the fourth quarter, they are the ones that feel a little more important.
Yeah, now the pressure shifts to your defense. Your offense was able to go out and get the lead here late. Does your defense have enough left in them to get one more stop?
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. They'll run. The defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage, a loss of a couple.
Number one rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
From the shotgun, here's Nix. And that is incomplete.
I understand it's third down and the quarterback's trying to make a play, Mike, but if you're going to make a dangerous throw on third down and you're going to force the ball into tight coverage, at least do it past the sticks. Try to pick up that first down and maintain possession. He tries to thread the needle, ball falls incomplete, and now brings up fourth down.
Now fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on for in trouble, and down he goes.
This is what you don't want to see out of your quarterback. As that pocket starts to collapse, the good ones, they can keep their eyes downfield and feel the rush. They don't need to see the rush. Here, his eyes go down. He starts moving around the pocket. Nowhere to go with the ball, and they bring him down for a sack.
On second down, Mahomes. Over the middle, that's Kelsey. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Now, a carry for Hunt. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. On the ground, this is Hunt. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Fourth quarter, you find yourself protecting a one-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead to a multiple possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now.
This is caught at the 2. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Noah Gray. Touchdown, Chiefs. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Here's Smith to return it. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. They'll come up here 1st and 10. Throwing, Nix. This one complete to Sutton. That's a gain of 19 and a very quick first down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
Second down and 3. Now Nick's going to look to throw. Quickly to the outside and complete. You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. They'll run here. And they pick it up. He's to the 42-yard line. And the drive continues. First down.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the first down.
On first down, here's Nix to throw.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
Now, a second down throw for Nix. To the outside, hauled in by Sutton. His second grab on this drive, good for 11 yards, but most importantly, a first down.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
And he's not able to get away. He does manage to get back to the original line of scrimmage, and that'll set up second down.
Feels like they needed that sack. This entire drive, it feels like the defense was really on their heels. The offense was taking it to them really however they wanted to. So to be able to take a deep breath now, disrupt the rhythm of the drive by getting that sack, that might go a long way now to allow them to get off the field.
And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9, and third down coming up. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. It is brought in the end zone. Cortland Sutton. Touchdown, Denver. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. Hardman now to return it. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. On first down, it's Mahomes. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down. From the gun, here's a handoff. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up third down. He'll try to get this one on the ground. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. On comes the Chiefs punter, as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth-quarter lead. Here comes Smith on the return. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. They'll drop to throw. He'll find his target, Lil Jordan Humphrey. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
All right, this is a good start. Plays like these are definitely going to help as you work your way into scoring range. While you have to be wary of the clock and keep an eye on it, they should have plenty of time here to finish this drive.
Nick's net on 1st and 10. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
It is 2nd and a yard. Here's Nix to throw. He'll get that complete to Franklin. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
Here's second down. They'll throw. It's Nix. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. The Broncos going to signal for their third and final timeout. They get it with 19 seconds left on the clock. Pressure time, no timeouts to stop the clock as they get set here for a big first down. Back to throw is Nix. Oh, and a pressure there. He can't get a throwaway, and he's taken down. So this one in the win column for the Chiefs. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Chiefs victorious, as we say, so long from Arrowhead.